I guess we're too late, huh? And he didn't reconsider. Nice telegraph death. You know, the only thing they had to change for it to be less obvious is play less dramatic music in all those scenes he had in the last 2 episodes. He died in his sleep. I guess we don't need bad publicity.
I can assure you that all of us at Century Mutual are sorry for your loss. May I ask if you need any assistance with funeral arrangements? We have relationships.
No, but we could use some help with the case. Who's taking over now? Her? As a woman in the 30s? This one is for you, E.B. This one is for you.
Mother, can I have $25,000?
Of course, my child.
Look at these. This outpouring of love and charity. Chesterfield, Missouri. $2.
Tucson, Arizona. May God pour honey over your body and stake you to an anthill, you blaspheming whore.
I find it offensive that you choose to mask your intelligence and decency with cynicism and slothfulness. And you never accept any help.
I'm letting you help me finish this bottle. I just wanted to spend some time with my son.
He's out back playing.
How about you shave first? You just look like a bomb. Of course, that's nothing new, but still.
Number 1, Mrs. Dodson is to remain confined in these premises from dusk to dawn unless otherwise directed by the court. Number 3, Mrs. Dodson is not allowed to leave the state of California.
Yes.
Point 1 was she's not to leave the premises? And point 3 is she's not to leave the state.
Now you just show up here and you... Do you know what that does to Teddy?
Well, I was thinking maybe he could come spend some time with me on the farm.
Yeah, I'm sure that's happening.
The honeydew label is really taking off. Mark my words, 32 is going to be a big year for Spreckle. Right?
Right, yeah.
All right. Why don't you go wash up, buddy?
Okay.
I wonder if that turned out to be true.
I don't think the Reverend should be supporting radical views.
Just giving a chance to both sides of the argument.
The Bible says, render unto Caesar.
What's that got to do with it?
There's no point in fighting to change what's not gonna change.
Ah, that woman.
Now that Emily's out of jail, we need to work on getting her a new lawyer.
Oh, well, the court just appointed someone. They're with him in the dining room right now.
This dude. He's always playing idiots.
Perhaps you could tell me about the approach Mr. Jonathan was taking. Did he have some big secret strategy?
We have promising evidence coming in.
I'm going to need to see the case files.
Yes, of course. They're at the office.
I wouldn't really trust this guy. Maybe he will run straight off to the opposition and tell them all about your secrets.
Where were we?
My husband testifying.
Yes, well, that's going to be rough.
The court appointed Frank C. Dillon in his place.
I'm betting the DA had a hand in his selection.
So you think Frank will push Emily to plead guilty?
I think Frank will do whatever helps Maynard Barnes ride this case to higher office. I'm hearing governor talk lately.
Of course.
I made a list. I was hoping you could look it over for me.
Let me look it over.
Maybe there's just one name in there. His.
Ferris and Kavanaugh, they do it for the exposure alone, but they're, well, to use legal parlance, they're scumbags.
53 names, including yours.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm a scumbag too.
What's going on, officer? Closing the beach. Get your belongings and go, or I'll toss it in the ocean.
My husband's a policeman.
Central Avenue, Newton Division.
This isn't Central. This is Santa Monica. This beach is closed.
That they would even bring that up, that he's a cop. Like it matters. If they close the beach, they close the beach.
Let's you and me have a talk.
What?
She's on me.
Nah. I think that's called a bribe.
Render unto Caesar.
Okay, I deserve that. I was wrong what I've been saying. You do what you need to do. However you need to do it.
Oh, all of a sudden.
And I'll be right there next to you.
Where's that change of mind even coming from? Just because they were thrown off the beach? Come on. That's not good enough.
Worth staying on him.
Try stopping me.
Yeah, I got no way to pay you.
Fucker rolls on his partner, tries to buy me off with pussy. I'll pay you.
You have a deal, my friend. How does 1K a week sound? What language is she even speaking? If that guy doesn't fall, then he's paid.
Do you believe in miracles?
Now he's even dancing in the background. I wouldn't really call this a miracle. Everyone was supporting him. Not for a second he was standing without help.
Miss Street, is there a trick to using these phones?
It's a phone, Mr. Dillon. You pick it up and tell the operator what number you'd like to call.
Right. A bit more complicated what we have. Public defenders. Hello, operator? Yes.
Has he never used a phone or what?
Nothing in the files?
Well, I'm still looking through the notes from the detective.
Fucking nerd! The audacity. Calling the guy from this office.
What's funny?
Oh, you are. Endlessly, Frank. A good man. Sat behind this desk. A good man. You are not him. What do you want with my notes?
That's illegal.
Only the production, transport, and sale. The part where I pour it down my throat is not only comforting given your presence here, but A-okay.
I must insist.
You have no right here. This is not your office. Just because you were assigned to the case, you don't automatically take over this building or this office.
I gave Frank your notes, which are illegible, and a bunch of stuff we already filed. Stash the rest of it here.
The court will make sure that Frank gets everything at some point, and then the DA gets it the day later.
Excuse me, a day later? You're underestimating Frank. More like 15 minutes later.
Emily Dodson doesn't have to eat the sins of Los Angeles. She doesn't have to die for us sinners, but they're not going to do that because they were raised in the same city as the rest of these gutless fucking attorneys.
Is this going to be your opening statement or your final statement? That's not legal.
You need new representation.
You want her to engage Mr. Mason.
He's done all the significant work on this case. He knows more about it than anyone.
What, just like that? He can take over even though he's not a lawyer?
But he's not a lawyer. Actually, Mr. Mason has been under an apprenticeship with Mr. Jonathan for the past 2.5 years. There's a bar examination in 2 weeks, which will certify him.
What? That's a bit too easy. Also a bit too rushed.
I hear you need some legal advice.
I don't know you.
He needs some law lessons.
I'm not here. The bar exam has not changed since 1923. There's something to write on, or do you expect to remember the whole thing?
Do you still remember all the questions and all the answers?
I will abstain from all offensive personality unless required by the justice.
Has he already passed the exam or what? What the hell, why would they rush it like that? He went from 0 to 100 within 10 minutes. Also, this is supposed to be the big backstory of Perry Mason? That he just cheated his way up to being a lawyer? Without even ever having touched a law book. Feels like they chose the easy way out here. And becoming a lawyer should have been at least a 2-season arc.